Right, so this morning, well, it's afternoon now actually, starts at Hoddesdon, just to the north of London, and the significance for this, I reckon, is the Meridian line running from Greenwich, judging by like that. Which is obviously the basis which everyone uses their time measuring for, you know, obviously starting in England. You've got the old Soviet commie blocks just above Morrison's, a bit like Judge Dredd in the sense Peachtree's obviously had the shopping centre at the bottom of the block of flats. It's a bit like Park Farm up in Derby actually. And I can only presume this is like the main shopping centre. Again, similar to Park Farm really. Tattoo shop, tanning shop. Have a look at the house prices around here, but they're enormous. 570 grand, 400 grand, well 340 grand, 800 grand for a detached 3-bedroom, I'm guessing. Nearly 600 grand for a semi-detached. And then rent 2,200 for a property there. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Who's going to be affording that? And Costa just there on the left. Generic sort of shops really. Remember that theory that was going around about the old smiley face serial killers? And quite a few St George's around as well. On the way down from Derby there was a lot, has to be said, around Cambridgeshire as well. So this is the Bell Hotel and tea rooms, sip saviour and step back in time. Got this clock tower just in the centre here. Let's see what it says at the bottom. It says it's an old historic market town on the way in. It is a bank holiday, so it'll be quite quiet today, as you can see already. Yeah, so Charter Market and Fair. 1253-year-old charter was granted by Henry III. On a Wednesday and a Friday. So the Star pub over there, Weatherspoons. Nice old Tudor theme building over there, the White Swan. Zebra crossing, and then that in the middle. Someone's been to town on these. Makes a change from all the gay pride ones anyway. It's a good name, S.A. Saxon. Kind of got all the generic things there, nail bar, fertility shop, charity shop. This makes quite a good angle though, I think when you go to the clock tower in there as well. So that's the White Swan pub, and got the Deer Cafe over here. As per usual, as you find everywhere, another bank that's shut down over there. Quite a nice peaceful sort of scene that on the high street here. I suppose this bit reminds me a little bit of Stoke-on-Trent. I think it's Longton, might be. Then crossing over. Yeah, similar to Waltham Cross really, quite a small little town, won't take long to get around, up and down. Fucking hell, how Orwellian is this? CCTV watching out for you. And what is it again? Big Brother's watching you for your safety. The old balls in the sky, they look like them things out of Oblivion, I think. You know, the ones Tom Cruise was fighting. Anyway, History Trail, the White Swan, I've done that. It is worthy of commenting, it's Bank Holiday Monday today, so yeah, so they're closed today. So Broxbourne uses the badger as their symbol, their mascot if you like. And just in the distance I've got the Golden Lion. According to that map I think it's more historic down this end. Looks a bit like Epping down there. If this was Epping, the Bell Hotel would be just a bit further on. Does look similar. What's this? Is this a Catholic church? Yeah, Roman Catholic. So it takes me on to the Golden Lion, and according to this, built in 1535. It's a nice old building as well. Not sure what that is though. Yeah, just on from the Golden Lion. Yeah, looks almost a bit like a, I don't know, like a county building or something like that. But none the wiser. It's quite a cool addition, a chippy, and yeah, fish and chips with a taxi. You got a plaque, have you, mate? Spot on. I wouldn't have seen that because normally it's like blue ones, aren't there? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is, yeah, it's not
a recent one, it's an older one.
No.
I think that's cracking, I do like that. It's a bit like Alan Partridge. A cockerel, I mean. And I'm guessing this comes under Enfield, looking about the N11 in the bottom right corner. And another lovely old building, but I won't venture any further in, just not to take the piss. Let's get a decent angle maybe. And this is a museum, but it's only open on a Friday and a Saturday. Lowood Museum. Nearly at the end of the town now, I think. Starting back in a minute. Not entirely sure what this was. Looks like a shopping centre, perhaps. Or at least a former shopping centre. Yeah. Moved to online shopping. Let's just sit on here. We've moved the outlet. Find us on eBay, Instagram, Facebook. Fork and Walk. That's where I walked past earlier. But yeah, so. Just walking through one of these archways, made with timber. Leads you down to this nice old building down here. And here we have the usual raceless world of the future that they're trying to create. Nothing against the individual, it's just this is the plan, to mix everybody up, particularly get rid of Europeans, and create like a hybrid race between Africans and Europeans. The goal, just break us down completely, no identity. And right on cue. That's the kind of, what's this say, prepare for the end. Fucking hell. With the times that we're living in as well. Inverted cross just here as well. Right on cue. And that's who's pushing all this stuff. It's a false love, a false peace. You have to enforce the peace. Yeah. Anyway, Lowood, built in 1750, home to members of the Warner family. And I bet them poor sods would be spinning in the graves now if could see things for how they are. Anyway, what we got now? All sea themed with an anchor there. So this is just inside the museum grounds. Samaritan woman, commissioned by Sir Marmaduke, roared in about 1625 to stand in the high street of Hoddesdon. He gave Hoddesdon a supply of water which poured from the urn, and that must be what the joke's about. Okay, just in the museum grounds now. As I say, it's not open today. Quite a nice addition, obviously all sea themed. Hopefully it's not the lefties pushing all the climate change stuff. It's good for kids to be aware, but the real agenda is like getting people into electric cars and restricting their movements and all that, like ULEZ. And what's this? Renata Holden, a nurse, healing hand and kind heart. Is that a wine glass and a love thingy? I won't comment on the gay pride stuff because it's obviously in remembrance of somebody. Yeah, fair enough. A nice goldfish bowl here, and I've had to don't know, put like wires over it. I don't know if it's to stop people getting in, I don't know. It's obviously to restrict something. Yeah, it's a goldfish anyway. I think I've spooked them. No, actually they're thinking I'm coming to feed them. Must be shit, innit, just relying on other people to come and feed you. And anyway. And to top it off, remembering the victims of the Holocaust and worldwide genocides. Obviously Holocaust has to be the most important one, because well, it's a shekel gang, isn't it? And they well, I've got to be careful what I say, but if it's so, like I've said before, if it was so watertight, you know, why would you need to make it illegal for people to be able to question it? And why do you need to bring a new documentary or movie out about it every single month? They've made a fortune out of that event. They really have millions. Anyway, let's see what this building is here. Has to be commented on as well. For some reason people just snigger when you talk about, say, the genocide of Europeans, because it's not being done really with guns or bullets. It's just being done by birth rates, low birth rates for the Europeans, tax them into oblivion, and then the people you import from Africa and the Middle East, you know, having massive families, and over time we'll just get breeded out, and that's a genocide in its own way, but it's just being done at a different method. And apparently this was second place in the Nationals for the best chippy. Fair play. You know, it's a young age to die. Born in 87, died in 24. Ned Connor. There we go. And just on the end there, you've got Manzi's jellied hot eels. I remember that from Walthamstow the other day. Pie and mash, all that good stuff. Has to be said about this view. Got completely ruined by this building that went up behind it. Yeah, good effort to Hoddesdon anyway. Lovely old vintage car over here. Nice old Jaguar. It's quite a good view here. Got the church, got the St George. next to all the usual kind of stuff. Looks like a traditional chippy there, Herts place. Although as usual it's run by Asians. Yeah, it looks alright around here. It's quite steady going, and obviously it's got some good-minded people. The pubs are pretty busy as well, like the beer gardens. It's quite nice leftover they got here. Got this sea of poppies just below the church. I think this is the end of me, as far down as I'll go, down the other way towards Morrison's and the Sun pub, and I'll do.